Iman got over 2.6 million views in the last 30 days. Danko got close to 800,000 views in the last 30 days. Daniel Dallin got quarter of a million views with just one video uploaded. And then there is you. You post 3 times a week on Instagram. You post once per week on YouTube, and still nothing fucking works. They are winning because they understand this one concept. And in this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to actually. Every one of these brands that I mentioned actually are pulling off shit. It's because they understand this one concept. That concept is social engineering. Let me explain what that actually means. My name is Rohit and I run an agency called RVI Media, and you can pretty much just go on to my Instagram profile in the description, see my results tab so you know I'm a legit person and not really a scammer, like not like an Indian scammer. You need to understand cue routine reward loop to actually understand how social engineering works. The next few minutes I'll explain everything. Every one of these creators that I mentioned above who are actually pulling in big numbers, who have actually built aesthetic personal brands, the reason why they have done that is because they have this cue routine reward loop integrated into their entire brand. First step, perception shaping. Change the way your viewers think. The first most important step to actually scaling any sort of personal brand. Second, emotional triggers. Every one of these videos, every one of these creators, every time you see their content, they are always stimulating the same emotion inside your mind. Firstly, they change the way you think. That's the first step. They change the way you think. Second thing they did was they made you feel an emotion every single time you watch their video. Thirdly, they made you take small actions, small commitments so that you are actually committed to their purpose and to their mission. And the fourth thing is behavior changing. And this is the exact loop that always exists. Any person who has ever gotten any level of an influence from, Genghis Khan to, whoever, like, Trump, for example, it's because they are tapping into this exact reward loop. Let me just explain this. If you see a supercar, do you think the owner is going to be poor or rich? Rich. Right? If you see a supercar, you're probably going to think like, okay, the owner is rich. Why is that? It's because when you look at this, when you're looking at this thing, your brain is functioning in a very specific manner. Let me explain. Your brain is always going to optimize for reducing the amount of effort it has to take. Your brain does not like to spend energy. It absolutely hates spending any sort of energy. And so the way your brain functions is that once it recognizes something, it's going to associate that thing with the other thing. So for example, if this red box associates with this black box, the next time you see a red box, your brain is immediately going to associate it with the black box, when in reality it could be possible that the red box actually is associated with the yellow box, if that makes sense. So the reason why you think that the supercar owner is actually rich is because every single time you see a supercar, your brain is associating the supercar with wealth. And rich people have wealth. That's another association. This is why these people are winning. It's because most people's personal brands look like this whole mess. It's absolutely useless. There is so much shit going on that there is no influence to be actually. Whereas these personal brands which actually win have systemic, repeatable, and scalable processes. And this is exactly what is actually getting them to pop off on YouTube, pop off on social media. The reason why Iman is able to, influence an entire generation of young men, it's because he understands this. Psychology is very, very important if you want to scale your brand, your business using content. It is imperative that you know all of this. For example, in the last 30 days, I've generated 80,000 views. 80,000 views. 52,000 accounts reached in the last 30 days. Guess how many hours I was spending on every one of these reels? Every one of my reels was totally spent 30 minutes on. I spent 30 minutes on one reel in the last 30 days. Just think about that. I spend less time than you on content, get more views, get more qualified views, book calls for my agency. I am able to pull this off with this shit background, with such a shitty accent, a little bit like ugly ass face. The reason why I'm able to pull this off is because I have this one system inside of this brand, which is called the AI content ecosystem. This is an ecosystem that I have developed, I have invented, which actually works, and it's been invented based on every one of these top influences that you see. I've reverse engineered their entire strategy. The reason why they're winning and the reason why this works so well is because you're focused on brand synergy. The reason why I'm making a video like this is because I've understood exactly what the market wants, and I'm giving it a mixture of what works. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, you just need to reinvent the wheel slightly. I saw that there is a space in this make content, online space, that is everybody's making aesthetic content. Everybody has beautiful backgrounds, beautiful lighting, everything is fucking beautiful. And then one aspect of it was the how to make money online space, wherein everything was recorded on Loom. Guess what I did? I just combined both of them. And that's why you're watching this video till now. Your visuals, your words, your audio, your offer, everything has to have synergy in between each other. Every aspect of your content has to convey this exact thing, exact message. If you can pull this off, my friend, you are in a very, very good position. And this is the exact process on how I do it. Every part of the strategy is divided between ideation, creation, distribution, and optimization. Let's cover ideation. First of all, you need to train an AI model on your company data. And the company data comprises of knowledge bases, for example, all of the concepts related to psychology, Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud, every great psychologist, psychoanalyst, every one of their learnings is inside this knowledge base. So every single time I'm letting the AI do its thing, it's referencing everything from these deep in-depth studies. Secondly, competition. You train the data, you train the AI based on data about your competitors. So you track your competitors, what content they post, what are the hooks that they're using, what are the scripts that they're using, how are they making the videos, what are the topics, everything. ICP. Train your AI on the exact client that you are trying to attract. Once you do that, your AI model then puts out weekly ideas for you to print with. Every one of these weekly ideas is based and transferred to the user. That could be you, that could be me. If you don't like it, you can tell the AI to tweak it and it's going to improve over time. So every single time you use this system, AI improves with it. If you like it, it moves to the other AI model, which is based on scripting training. So it has hundreds and hundreds of scripts that have actually worked, that have actually gone viral. It's based and trained on these scripts. So every single time you tell it to make a script, it's referencing from this. It creates the script, gives it to the user. If you don't like it, you can generate it again. If you like it, it goes to the third AI model, which actually creates my robots. Think about this. Whatever diagram you're seeing right now on the screen was made by AI. I did not think about any of this. AI thought about all of it. This AI model is then trained to build my robots like these, which actually look aesthetic, which actually look, beautiful, so that your viewers are now hooked. They want to see what you're talking about. And then it's all added into the tracker. Now, this tracker is very, very important. Every single time you post any sort of reel, it must be tracked. From the exact caption, to the views, to the accounts reach, everything must be tracked. For example, one little metric that I'll give you, a little tip right away. You must always focus on non-follower engagement over follower engagement. Look at this. If you look at the red here, this reel got 600 views because more followers engaged with it. This 66% of the engagement came from my followers, got 729 views. 80% of my followers engaged with this video, got 500 views. Let me just show you this. The latest reel I posted, this is also performing extremely terribly. The reason why is because the follower engagement is way too high. Look at this, 47% follower engagement, 79% follower engagement, 40% is viewership. So every single time you run this system, it's built with AI, so you don't have to sit around and think about everything. Every part of the strategy is mapped out, and based on this tracker, it is then added into the first AI model to help that AI model come up with ideas that is already working for you. So what you are building, you're building an automated, completely, no pay employee creative director for your business, which is going to consistently push out content for you. This is one of the best strategies. And then you take the reel, whatever reel you decide to make, and then you just make a video out of it. And boom, you now have two platforms that you have dominated without even having to think what content. This system works so well. If you are an agency owner, coach, or consultant who wants me to install this system in your business so that you don't have to do this shit, just click the first link in the description and book a call with me and I'll help you out. Otherwise, you can scroll down and subscribe. Don't sacrifice your future self for the pleasure today. Peace.